All right, so I'm here with D. D, how old are you?
19.
19. You're really young.
Yeah. Get that all
What's
out.
your current situation right now? You homeless?
Yeah, I am homeless.
How long have you been homeless for?
On and off for about 8 months.
And how did you end up homeless?
I had a friend that lived in this area, and she lives right next to the park, and there was just one day where she wasn't home, so I ended up going to the park and meeting all the people there, and I just kind of, for the first time, felt like free, and it just kind of got sucked into it, and yeah, it's a distraction.
Do you have any family members out here? Do you have mom, dad, any siblings?
Yeah, I do. They all live out here.
Do you keep in contact with them?
I try to, but not really, no, I don't.
Why
It's-
don't you?
It's hard without a phone to,
Okay. So you don't have a phone right now?
no.
Do they know about your situation right now or not?
Yeah, they do.
What do they tell you?
Just rehab, detox rehab. Don't you know that, like, we love you, we care for you, and just like, don't do this to yourself, and
Yeah.
I'm just not ready.
Do you want to go back home?
Sometimes I feel like I should just listen, take their advice, but it's hard being out there in the real world especially when you have things that you haven't dealt with inside.
Are you out here messing with the blues?
Yeah, I am.
How long have you been messing with those?
For about 1.5 years. Yeah.
How did you get introduced to them?
I've always seen them around me, and one day I just kind of got curious, and ever since then, it's been like a void.
You say you always seen them around. Was it with like your friends, your peers that you were hanging
Yeah,
out with?
peers.
Or was it family members?
Peers and online as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially online.
How do you come across them online?
Snapchat, Facebook, just people posting them on their stories or online, and their like prices and stuff.
I never knew that.
Yeah, and they literally like come to you.
Yeah.
So it makes it easy.
Is that like the new cool thing that's out here now?
I wouldn't say the new cool thing, but it's definitely a new drug that hit the streets and
Yeah.
it's dropping people like flies.
How many people have you seen overdose out here off those things?
Too many to count.
Have you ever had a close call yourself?
Yeah, I have. I overdosed Percocets when I was like 14, 2017. That was my first close encounter, and then the second one was maybe a few months ago, but I was fine.
Did they use the Narcan to bring you back or what?
Yeah, I think so. I don't remember anything that happened from that day.
That's crazy. And that didn't scare you enough to stop them?
No.
Does that scare you? Are you scared of passing away from doing the blues?
It's not something you really think about. At least for me.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. Do you have any kids?
No, I don't.
You don't? That's good.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to have any until I get my life together.
That's good. How long until you are ready to go to a detox or a rehab?
That's a good question. That's why I've been out here for so long, because I don't know when I'll hit that point or what that even feels like.
What's so good about being out here in the streets or doing the substances?
It's not that it's good, it's just I feel for me, it could be a distraction from what's really going on, the root of like the issue within.
Do you have like previous trauma from like childhood.
Yeah.
How was your childhood growing up? Did you grow up with both parents?
Yeah, but it was very unstable.
Yeah.
And I have an older sister, and we were never close.
I'm sorry. You guys were really close, you said?
No, not close at all. So, and her and our mom didn't get along, so she basically lived with her dad. So I was basically an only child. So,
I'm sorry.
so I was alone.
You were always alone when you were a kid? Did you feel neglected?
Yeah, maybe because, but now that I'm older, I realize that my parents were going through their own heartbreaks and their own issues, so I don't really hold it. I don't really have resentment towards them when it comes to that anymore. They were dealing with their own things.
If we have any younger viewers and they're watching this interview and they're thinking about trying substances or running the streets, what kind of advice would you give them?
I would tell them to talk to somebody, talk to friends, family members, because once you get addicted, you're addicted, and it's only it's only a temporary mask, and then once you come down, that pain, that issue is still going to be there. So don't cover it up with temporary substances that can kill you.
Do you think somebody could have told you something when you were younger that would have made you change your mind about trying blues?
No.
Why is that?
Because I was always hard-headed, and I just felt like the pain that I feel is like weight is the trauma that I went through. I feel like I would have done my own thing anyways.
It's crazy. What's one of the most important things that you've learned being out here homeless on the streets?
A lot about life, people from different walks of life, things that you should and shouldn't do, even like learning things like not being naive, that your parents can't really teach you, just survival skills.
Has it changed you, being homeless?
Yeah, it has. I would say for good and bad, but yeah.
All right, well, thank you for sharing your story. I really do appreciate it. Are you okay with me using this on my YouTube channel?
Yeah.
And just in case some of my subscribers want to reach out to you with any sort of help or donations, do you have any contact information that you want to share?
Yeah, I have an email, deejanae1111 @gmail.com.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.